Emakhosini, Thokozani, Bogogo Nabumkulu. I'm greeting you all and the ancestors that walk with you. I thought I should just come on and throw in my 2 cents, whether anyone would take it or not. But I think actually, with all the information that we've gone through, I think it's time for us to put on our thinking caps. Okay. So I'm just going to read something from Minister Louis Farrakhan. Okay. And I'm quoting him from a show, Donahue, from 1990. The video is there on YouTube. But he said something so profound. And I'm going to just quote him, what he said. Okay. Truth has to be told. The truth is, according to your own scholars, your own scientists, Mendel said, black skin is dominant, white skin is recessive. Dark eyes are dominant, light eyes are recessive. Mendel said, you can get the recessive from the dominant, but you can't get the dominant from the recessive. That's Mendel. Dr. Leakey was looking for the origins of human beings. He went to Europe, but he didn't stay there long. He kept right on moving and found the origin of man in Africa. Now, some of your scholars of genetics have taken the DNA and have traced the origins of human beings to the black woman. Look, we are the father of all human beings. Tell it from the mountains, the black people are the original people of the earth. It doesn't make us better, but it says, we are your mother, we are your father, and you should honor your mother and father, that your days may be long. You see, it's all right. Guys, if we look at the video, like even that I did about those that say that they are Jews and they are not, they told us that everything that has to do with them is made up, is fake. It's conjured up. It's not what God had stipulated even in the law. You see, even for them to take on that identity, it wasn't even the full thing. It wasn't even the right thing. But they told us that the Jews, that the people that say that they're Jews today, they are not Jews. You see. So, if all human beings and all life originates in Africa, like if you look at it, the cradle of humankind here in South Africa, if you haven't been, go or Google it. But it shows you that the origin, scientists and archaeologists and so forth have already established that life began in Africa. So in essence, you could say that all languages, okay, all cultures, all of it originated in Africa. So whatever is being out, like all the languages that we have today, should be a derivative of the original languages of the continent, because life began here in Africa, meaning that Bo Enoch, Bo Adam, they were all here on the continent. See? Let's put our thinking caps on. All languages would be a derivative. It cannot be the other way, that Bantus would come from Hebrew. When, number one, these people made up a whole thing about it. Whereas Hebrews is from the word Igbo. You understand? So Bantus are not Hebrews. Bantus are not Hebrews, but Igbos are a branch of Bantus, or a family of Bantus. So for them to take that one name of that one Bantu tribe and then create a whole lot of things to it, that was falsified. It is false information, you see. So think about it. What happened was everything took place here on the continent. But those people took an identity of black people's history and identity, had a land, a fake land created, and scrubbed off all the evidence on the continent and tried to place all these towns and all these landmarks from the Bible in that area. And then they claim that identity with that mechanized, revised law that they practice. But we cannot say that. I know that I also started there, but I understand that my ancestors were. It was a quick way to identify that, or to let me know that the people in the book are my forefathers, are my mothers and my fathers by DNA. But that what happened was they took a Bantu story and made it into a Hebrew Jewish Israel type of name, but they are not Bantu names. If these people in the book are Bantus, they should have Bantu names, and those names are not our names. Those are not our names. So the name change goes there. Names had to be changed. Right? I don't know if you're following me. If you look at even Jesus, yeah, like that name is not a Bantu name. Something is amiss. Something is amiss. It's not a Bantu name. We are not Hebrews. Bantu languages didn't come from, it's impossible for it to come from something that was made up. But that everything comes from Bantus. So we established the world. You guys that are out in the diaspora, you have established the world. The world was basically established by Bantus. You know. But if you look at that name, or even everything to do with the umsindisi, the savior, he's Bantu, and the proof of being him Bantu, or the clues that he's Bantu, is the fact that he has iThakazelo. IThakazelo are like praise names that we Bantus have from our families, like the Lion of Judah, the King of Kings, the Prince of Peace. IThakazelo zonke lezo ingonyama kaJudah in Bantu language, in Zulu. So the savior is a Bantu man. They made him seem, when they faked the identity of the savior, they made him into Hebrew. He is a Bantu man, born and bred on the continent. Okay. Yeah. Even when they translated that Bible, they made it seem like it was translated from Hebrew, but in actual fact, they translated it from Bantu languages into Hebrew and then into all the other versions that we have today. But if you want to know my 2 cents, the best way and the most accurate way to read the Bible is the XHOSA version, maybe even the Zulu version. But yeah, thanks to Johnny John. Thank you. Salute. Yes, the XHOSA version, because it so confirms what my ancestors have been trying to tell us about the law. The law is NAMASIKO ethu. The law of which Moses was given by God is our culture. It is our culture. The mere fact that we stopped practicing our culture, that was when we fell. When we started listening to them to say, hey, it's demons and everything and it's witchcraft and all that, and we followed the white man, we fell. We fell. We fell hard, you know. I mean, there's no animal in the Bible. I'm so amazed that there's no animal that God created that is called a unicorn. So why do we even have it? How is it that we have it in the Bible? Because it's not something that has ever existed. It's mythological, mystical. Mm. Of course. But it was to hide the true animal, which is only found on the African continent, by the way. And that animal is a rhinoceros. So yes, the Bible has been Aye. Wow, that Bible, wow. But it's amazing how God had left little nuggets of clues to draw us back, and the fact that we have our ancestors, you know. So we are actually supposed to be continuing amasiko to our culture. That is how we connect, how we are supposed to function as Bantu. Amasiko ethu. That is the way, not the thing of going to a church and whatnot. You can go and congregate, you know, nothing wrong. But now when you subscribe to the wrong spirit, it's a problem in your life. You're opening a door for darkness because you're not walking in the light. I'm saying the things of our ancestors, that commandment, honor your mother and your father, that your days may be long on the land, we have stopped. We have stopped doing that commandment. And it's a problem. It's a very big problem. Because Jesus, the Messiah, I mean, not Messiah. As in, umsindisi, the Savior, didn't say he's going to come and stop it. He was here to verify it, to fulfill it, to stamp it, assert it. My course. So there's no such thing as Hebrew. Bantus are not Hebrews. Bantus are not Hebrews. I just want to read from the XHOSA version. Malachi chapter 4 verse 4, what it says. For you guys in South Africa, you probably, or you understand isiZulu or XHOSA, you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, it reads, Khumbulani umyalelo kaMoses, umkhonzi wami, endamwiselayo, eHorebhe, ngokusingisele, kumaSirayeli, onke, imimiselo, NAMASIKO. What I just read now was, remember ye the law of Moses my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes. And now in the King James Version it will read judgments, but my point is here in the XHOSA version it reads amasiko, which is exactly my point of what we were saying. Amasiko etu are the law that God had given to Moses. And probably his name is not even Moses. But anyway, God forgives us. It's not our problem that they lied to us so much and changed these names. But we have our ancestors anyway. So, amasiko etu is what gives us life. Is the way in which God has told us to live. If you're not doing it, then you're walking in darkness and you are walking in disobedience. And it's a problem also because for you guys in the diaspora, I don't know if maybe you can drop a comment if there's something that you practice that is your cultural, practice maybe that you guys perform. But my point is that because you guys were taken and your history was lost like Akulu, like you guys, People are gonna pay for what they did to you guys. Like, they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay what to you guys, because you guys are not even, if you're not even practicing anything, like you guys in America, I don't think there's anything that you practice, because Bantu culture, amasiko wethu, you are not Negroes. You understand? For you guys to even say that you are niggers and Negroes, you're taking on an identity that was given to you not even by God. God said you are Bantus. You understand? You are Abantu. So don't even subscribe to that nigger, because that one was given to you because of the color of your skin. But your culture, you are the Bantus. You see.